Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Alyssa here, and today we're going to be talking about emotional wellness with essential oils and CBD oil. My story really began about 24 years ago. I was 9 years old. My stepdad committed suicide. So it was kind of one of those things where I was always like, he'll come home. He's not really gone. He'll be back. He just went to work. He went to visit a friend. He'll be back. I was in denial. Major denial for about 13 years. Never really got help. I had an amazing English teacher who taught me how to write and to really kind of dig in there and get those things out. That helped a little bit. Well, fast forward to 3 years ago. So haven't dealt with the first tragedy. And now I've got this other thing that happened. Every year, my husband and my mother-in-law take this trip. They go down to Florida. They're there for a week. And while they're gone, my grandma would always help me. She would help me with my 2 older boys. So fast forward through that week, everything was going great. She'd watch them twice. We'd gone and got breakfast. It was a good week. Friday morning rolls around. The day is like any other day. We get up. We have breakfast. We get in the car, we drive down to Grandma's house. I drop my 2 oldest off. I bring some laundry because she liked to do their laundry and help with them. She loved her boys. This day was like any other day. She got a good night's sleep. We thought everything was fine. She even told Grandpa, go up to the cabin, check our mail, have some lunch. We'll see you this afternoon. Drop him off at 8:30. Grandpa leaves at 9 o'clock, goes to the cabin, checks mail, has lunch. Afternoon rolls around. Throughout the day, I just kept having this feeling that something wasn't right. Something was wrong. But I kept telling myself, if something was wrong, she would call. So don't worry. If something was wrong, she would call. Well, 9 o'clock, after Grandpa left, her heart gave out and she passed away with my 3-year-old and my 4-year-old and no Grandpa there to help. He had literally just walked out the door. My youngest and I, we go run our errands, we have some lunch, he takes a nap. About 2 o'clock rolls around and that's when I'm supposed to be there. And normally she would be blowing up my phone. Where are you? Why aren't you here yet? The boys miss you. They want to see you. So I'm getting my youngest up. I'm changing his diaper. I'm getting him in the car and we're on our way down to Grandma's house. Well, when I pull up, I immediately notice something's wrong because the front door is wide open. It's never wide open. Never. As soon as I would leave, she would shut and lock that door, and it was wide open. So I walk up to the door, and that's when my whole world shattered. Looking through the front door, I see her where she lay. I start panicking. I start freaking out. No, this can't be. This isn't true. This isn't right. It's not too late. I'm here. Let me help. All of those different emotions that you go through. My 3-year-old starts to panic. My 4-year-old doesn't really know what's going on. Everything I'm supposed to. I call the paramedics. We try to flack him down. We get him in the house. And then I have to call my husband and my mother-in-law. And I have to tell them, Grandma's not here anymore. My husband, being amazing as he is, he starts calling his dad, his stepdad, and all these people start showing up to Grandma's house. Grandpa brings food for the boys because the paramedic told us, I don't think they've eaten it all today. Looking at her and everything that's going on, I don't think they've eaten. I hurry quick and I call Grandpa, hey, can you stop somewhere, anywhere, I don't care where, and grab some cheeseburgers. These boys are hungry. My father-in-law, my husband's dad, loads them up. They go up the street to other Grandma's house because we all live within like a 5-minute walk of each other. So he jumps in the car. They all start to freak out because here they are without Grandma all day. Now they're getting taken away from Mom. What's going on? So I reassure them everything's okay. Mommy will be there soon. Just go with Grandpa and have some food. Okay, Mommy will be there soon. Well, fast forward a couple of months and learn from me. Don't do what I did, okay? I wasn't talking about it. We figured the boys are young enough, it'll just blow over and that'll be that. Anytime they would ask, I would change the subject. We'd talk about something else. So, like I said, don't do what I did, okay? Don't. talk to your kids, teach them about them, embrace it, tell them it's okay to have these feelings. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to be upset. It's okay to be sad and miss them. Go through all the steps with them. Help them. It'll help you. Okay, so don't do what I did. Well, I tell my husband, I can't do this anymore. My 3-year-old kept asking me what happened to grandma? Why can't we see her anymore? Why don't we go over there anymore? I miss her. She doesn't stop by and bring us random things anymore. And I told my husband, the next time they ask, I'm going to tell them. My husband, the next time one of the boys asks me about grandma, I'm going to tell him. I'm going to be honest. It helped us all. We started to sleep a little bit better. There was some trust again between us. My 3-year-old was starting to not really trust us because he could tell mom wasn't telling him something. So kids know. Kids get it. They feed off of us. When something is wrong with us, there's something wrong with them. Well, it still wasn't enough. I told my husband I need to do something. Now, don't get me wrong. Pharmaceuticals have their place, but they're not for me. Okay? They never have been. I got on the internet. I started kind of doing my research, kind of looking for some different things. And I found essential oils. Great. I don't know what these are. I don't know how they work. But everything I keep coming back to is telling me essential oils is what I need. Well, I had tried the ones at my natural grocery store. And they didn't work. But I remembered a friend telling me about essential oils. Okay. Maybe she'll have something that will help. Or at least can point me in the right direction of what I need to do. So I reach out to her and I tell her, I've been having a bad couple of months. It's like, okay, great. Can we talk? So we talk and I break down and I tell her everything. I tell her the whole story, the whole day, every last little detail. I don't leave anything out. I tell her everything. And I told her that I wanted something natural, but I didn't know where to get them. She's like, I've got some. She's like, would you like to try them? Well, I was like, how do I know they're any different than what I've already used before? If you want to know the difference, seedtoseal.com. I'll link it down below as well. I'm not going to talk about it today. But when you try the different brands, you know the difference. When you know, you know. And she's like, well, let me just send you some samples. I get these little bottles in the mail a couple days later. And I just kind of look at them like, how do I use these things? What do I do? She's like, it's easy. Okay. You put joy over your heart. You put stress away behind your ears. And you put lavender on the back of your neck and the bottoms of your feet. Well, I was worried about overdose because I had heard all of the bad stories. Don't use this. Don't use too much. Don't do blah, 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 blah. And she just kept telling me, just use them. Like, forget all of that and just use them. I did. I put on the stress away. I put on the joy. I put on the lavender. And I fell asleep for like 4 hours. I passed out hard. And I wake up and I message her. I can't be falling asleep. I have kids to take care of. I have a house to keep in order. I can't be falling asleep. She's like, no. That's normal. She's like, now you know they work. And I thought about it for a minute. I'm like, oh, she's right. I'd used these before. They didn't really work. So I got these and they worked. Great. I'm feeling pretty good. So I stopped using them. Put them in the bathroom. Again, learn from my mistake. Don't do that. Okay? Don't stop using them once you start. Because you'll go back to not sleeping. You'll go back to feeling crummy. Okay? Keep using them. So I have a bad day. And my husband just looks at me like, what's wrong with you? Aren't you using your oils? Whoops. And I hightail it into the bathroom. Put on my stress away. I put on my joy. I put on my lavender. Come back out a few minutes later. Seriously, joy. And I'm smiling. Like, you feel pretty good again, don't you? So I get it. They work. I'm convinced because I've done the whole trial and error. I've tried the other oils. I've tried these. I get it. They work. Well, fast forward 3 years to now. And my husband's going on this trip again. He's gone. Mother-in-law's gone on this trip. Grandma's passed away a few years ago, so I don't have my big support system. My 2 oldest are now in school, so I think you can see why I'm triggered. We get up, they do breakfast, I take him to school. Sound familiar? Little brother goes and spends a couple days with grandpa. I freak out the whole time that he's gone. And it just kind of sends me in a downward spiral. I'm using my oils. I'm using even more oils than I used before. I've got my Trauma Life. I've got my Harmony. I've got my Release. I've got my Roman Chamomile, my Bergamot, my Geranium. You name it, I used it. And I couldn't get over that threshold, okay? Well, a couple months ago in December, Young Living announced that they were going to be having CBD oil. Okay? THC-free, hemp-derived CBD oil, okay? There's a difference in the two different strands, okay? This is not, doesn't have the psychoactive effects. It's just the hemp CBD oil, no THC, different parts of the plants. Well, it wasn't released yet. So I messaged my husband, because a friend of mine has been talking about it on Facebook. So I messaged my husband, I need something more. My oils aren't enough now. I was like, I'm not going to stop using my oils. I was like, but I need something more. With everything going on, I need something more so I can ride the wave, okay? So I can get over this hump that I'm trying to get over. So I start researching all the different CBD oils so that I can find, again, one that has the quality, okay? I start looking for that CBD oil that has the quality that I'm looking for. Well, I find one that's pretty close. It's not Young Living, but it's still a good CBD oil. So I start using that. It's just like the oils were, okay? So remember how my friend said you have to keep using them, you have to build up, you have to keep going? CBD oil is the same way. Start small and build up. Those of you out there that are using a full dropper, you probably don't need that much. I do 16 drops a day. 8 in the morning, 8 at night. Again, you can tell the difference when you don't use it. So the last couple of weeks I've been pretty bad about it. And 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon rolls around and I haven't done my morning dose yet. Just like your oils, you have to keep using them. If you have a bad day, maybe use a couple drops more. Drops. Not droppers, drops. Okay? It's a build-up effect. Just like the oils are a build-up effect. But you know what happened after I started using my CBD oil with my essential oils? I'm sleeping again. I'm not as on edge with my boys anymore. I'm feeling kind of normal again. As normal as this weirdo can get. Sometimes you need both. Sometimes you need more. And that's okay. As long as you know what you need. And trust me, there have been days where that wave was pretty bad. So I did a couple extra drops. Or I put my Stress Away on again. Or I put some extra Joy on. Or whatever the case may be. Whatever I'm using, okay? I did a little bit more that day to help me ride the wave. Do you have those days? Where they're kind of dark? I get it. Me too. But you're not going to have those days anymore. Because down below, you're going to follow that link. You're going to get your Desert Mist. You're going to get the 12 oils that it comes with. And I want you to add Joy, Trauma Life, and Release. Okay? Get those 3 as well. Get your kit. Get the 12 oils it comes with. Joy, Trauma Life, Release. We're going to get through this. You're going to ride that wave. You're going to get to shore. And you're going to start feeling better. You're not going to be alone. As soon as that kit arrives, you've got me. We're going to open that bad boy up together. I'm going to walk you through everything in that kit. Teach you how to use it. You're also going to get a little welcome gift from me, okay? Some rollers, some veggie capsules, some information, some all kinds of goodies, okay? You're going to get all that from me. We're going to ride this wave together. We're going to get through it. We're going to get over it. And it's going to be better because you're going to click that link below. Okay? mywl.com/alluringoils. Get that kit. You don't have to get Desert Mist. You can get the Dewdrop, the Area, or the Rainstone as well. You like the lantern that I've got going here in the background? Grab that as well. You can't have too many diffusers. Put one in the living room, one in the bedroom. You're good to go. Okay? Grab that kit. Joy, Release, Trauma Life. Okay? And we're going to get through this together in glorious fashion. All right? Thanks so much, everybody, for being here with me today, listening to my story and how I've been able to ride that wave. The waves aren't done. I'm going to have bad days. I'm going to have good days. But I know how to support myself, and you do too now. You've got support. You've got me. We're in this together. We'll do it together. Okay, we'll get through this. Thanks so much, everybody. Don't forget to hit subscribe. Watch that next video that I've got for you. And I'll see you again soon. Thanks so much, guys.